we'll just kick it off. Okay, hi guys, I'm Vance and
Jazz.
We're from Feed a Family. So you saw the promo earlier, the cost of living, but to be more specific, the cost of feeding your family these days. And if you have a look at, for example, a select household income, let's say 150 annually, some people might think, man, how do they get by on that? Or, man, I could definitely get by on that. Let's break it down, We'll just get straight into it. So you've got a annual household income of 150. About 42k of that is tax, okay? Income tax. And then take out, for example, say you're paying $830 a week for rent. That's another $43,000 in rent that you're paying. So that leaves $64,000. So you've got to clothe your family. On top of that, you've got to buy your kids' school uniforms, got to pay their school fees, you've got to pay your electricity, your Wi-Fi, your phone plans. You know, if you're topping up, you've got to top up with data, another cost. All the debt you're servicing, if you have any, that includes hire purchases, loans, credit card debt. You've got all your insurances. You may insure your cars, house and contents, life insurance, etc., etc. Then things always pop up like emergencies, right? So emergencies, you're forking out more money, and maybe you're running your car, or you've got 2 cars or even 3 cars in your family. You know, there's
Got to pay gas.
Got to pay gas. You got to service your car, warrant, rego, etc., etc. So by the time you're paid all of those, what do you have left?
Nothing.
You guessed it.
Some people don't have 150. Like some people are lower than that, so they wouldn't have insurance and all that kind of stuff they go without. So feeding your family is really tough.
Yeah. Out of all those expenses, I haven't even put in food. So I would say annually, would you agree, we'd spend about maybe 13 to 15k a year on food?
Oh, I haven't even worked it out. We spend a lot because I've got teenagers, young adults, and they eat like men, and it's crazy. Like, if we even spend $200 or $300, we still have to top up on bread and milk and eggs and extras like that. And we're both working, like really working hard. Like I do 12-hour shifts, 6 days a week, so we can provide for our family. So it's
Yeah, you definitely notice the difference, because you're putting stuff in the trolley, and then you come to the checkout, you pay for it. You think, oh, that was $300, but then you look what you got these days, and it's like, what?
Yeah, like I think I did an online shop because I was working and I couldn't get to the supermarket, and I think it said 36 items, and it was $300.
And those aren't even like fancy items, right?
No, like we get frozen stuff like sausages and the Hellier's cheese sausages. It's not even the actual butcher sausages and that. So it's so crazy.
Yeah, it is pretty crazy up there. And what we were going to reference tonight, this is a book Jazz did in 2014 called Feed a Family of 6 for under $20. And we're just going to do a few price comparisons from
cheaper to
then
buy
to now.
junk food, eh? People are saying it's cheaper to buy junk food, like like noodles, like stuff that's not really got a lot of nutrition, eh? Like even those big packs of noodles.
Yeah, or even junk food. You can go down to the takeaways and get like a $20 combo, and it's got about 4 fritters, 3 fish, 2 hot dogs, 2 chips, and 2 lots of chips, and maybe 3 crab sticks. Yeah, it is cheaper to buy takeaways. We've been down that road where we had to buy takeaways every night a little while ago now. But
we did a chicken and chip deal because it was like 20 pieces of chicken nibbles and chips for $10, and that was like cheaper than like trying to get mince, and we thought it was cheaper until we decided to like actually make an effort and try and just start feed a family and make healthier meals. But it was crazy.
Yeah, and there's nothing wrong with that. If your kids are hungry and all you can do is buy takeaways, well, that's what you got to do. Rather have full tummies than,
That's true. We do need to help each other grow our own food. I really suck at growing plants though. Like New World, they gave us the seeds. They gave us the seeds you get with you spend a certain amount, you get seeds and stuff. And I really, really tried. Like I followed the instructions. My son and I watered it, and they just died. I was just so embarrassed because I thought they've given you the soil and everything, and I still couldn't do it.
Yeah, well, maybe next time, hon?
Maybe.
Anyway, getting back to our book. Okay, these are prices from 2014.
Our book is, it's not in stock anymore, not in sale. It's sold out, and we don't...
Yeah. But you can find copies on Trade Me. There's still copies on Trade Me. Yeah.
And we do own the rights. We are going to probably publish it.
Yeah, update it a bit.
Yeah,
because in our cookbook, everything is relevant except for prices. So those, the information in the book, the tips and hints and recipes, those are all still relevant. It's just the prices have changed dramatically. And speaking of prices, okay, spaghetti and meatballs. Now, this is what's in this recipe here. 1 kg of mince. Now, we bought 1 kg of mince back then for $6.69. And today, these prices are just I've taken off the, Google and chosen random supermarkets, Countdown, Pack and Save, New World. And today, it's around about $11.43 or more.
Oh, I think the $6.69, I probably would have got it from Countdown when they do the reduced thing, because I think it was $10 back then, and I think even now it's $16, not even like $11.43. I think it's $16.
Yes.
Yeah, 17. It's so expensive.
$17. So, man, that's an increase of anywhere, well, around about $10, for a kg of mince these days, an increase from 2004. And that's beef. And I've just used mince for the example.
2004.
2014, sorry. Yeah. And then we've got...
yeah, same. It is $18 here. It's crazy, eh? Like, maybe families need to get together and put money together and try and source home kills or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's just so expensive.
And we've got a 2 kg of chicken for Jazz's famous JFC. Now, 2 kgs of chicken back then were chicken portions were $10, and 2 kgs now around $5. You may not think that is much, but once you add up everything that's increased in price and it is all in your trolley, and you add that up all together, that's a massive hike.
Yeah, and I think even then it was the frozen portion, so kind of was like $20, and I broke it down into okay, that costs that much if I use 2 kgs. Because even we'd always try and use frozen or what was on special, even going to get the reduced stuff, reduced to Claire and Why Not and stuff like that. So we really looked for the cheap stuff then, but we can't. It's hard to do that now. Like, I'm finding it really difficult, and I'm really good at spotting deals and stuff, but it's hard. And our kids eat way more.
Yeah, they're big boys. So everything, it's been on the increase. So, in saying that, if you've got any ideas or what you do in your family, we'd love to have you on our live right now. So, yeah. And while we're waiting for you to come in, if anyone wants to join in and give us your ideas, you sure can.
And even with school coming up, kids going back to school, we've got to get lunch ideas. I can't give my kids the little snack packs or make them little quiches and stuff like I did in 2013. They had I showed everyone how to make school lunches for $1.50 or something. Because they're 13 and 14, but 6 foot and big boys. I can't do that anymore, so it's just, I suppose, getting creative, eh?
Yeah, definitely creativity helps in the kitchen. And when you don't have many resources, you've got to be creative. Okay, we're going to invite East the Beast Slayer 777. We're going to invite you on, bro. We're talking about how to save money on your food shopping. So I'll send that out to you. We'll see how we go. So while we're live on Facebook and TikTok, we've got 2 phones set up. One's going live on Facebook, the other one's going live on TikTok.
Oh, and another thing is too, like my parents have chickens, so because eggs are quite in short supply at the moment, it's really cool to be able to get eggs from our parents, and we went fishing up north and we were able to get fish and stuff like that. But yeah, it is getting difficult, and I know there's families that are just on one income or solo parents, like it's so hard, and we just need to get together and help each other. I think if we all just helped each other with tips and stuff like that, it'd be great.
Okay. All right. Sorry, bro. East for Beast, we're going to hold off that invite. Don't accept it, bro. We're going to go over to Facebook here, and we're going to invite Leanne Jensen. Do you want to come on? We invite you on our video. Sent you an invitation. So when you're ready, you can come on.
Or if there's any questions about tips for feeding a family on a budget, pretty good at it.
Been doing it for years now.
We had to do it for a lot, yeah.
So if you, here we go. Leanne on our Facebook page. Okay. You have to excuse me. I'm just... Hi, Leanne.
Hi.
Hi, how's it going?
Good, thank you.
Good. Thank you for joining us tonight.
You're welcome.
You're welcome. So you've got some tips and ideas for us about what you do to feed your family these days with the cost of living and feeding families?
No, not to be honest. I don't like cooking, so I was just watching you for ideas.
Okay.
I live by myself, so...
Oh, do you?
I was just watching you for ideas.
Oh, yeah. I'm not sure if you've followed us before when we were doing feed a family, how to feed a family of 6 for under $20. We did a lot of ideas and stuff like that. But being on your own, what's your budget like for yourself? Your shopping budget?
That's not too bad. I don't actually really like cooking, so if I cook, I try to cook in bulk.
Oh, yeah.
So I do bulk cooking, so...
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I was actually just flicking through Facebook, and I remember seeing you on it before. That's why I started watching.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
No, yeah, that's cool.
Hey, Leanne, thank you for joining in. But we'll take some other questions now. Have a good night.
You too.
Okay,
see you
bye.
later. Thank you.
Bye.
All right. Remove guest. Okay. Yeah, so let's have a look at the comments.
Yeah, there are a lot of recipes out. It's really cool now, because the internet's advanced heaps since when we started. There's so many recipes, even on TikTok, and people are just, doing cooking videos and recipes all the time. Yeah, I think it's just being smart. When you go shopping, have a plan, have a list, because if you're like me and you go hungry after work, then you're getting all these things that you shouldn't be getting, and I think there's just certain tips and stuff, and don't take your kids because then they want to get stuff as well, and it turns into a very expensive outing.
Hey, Gina, thank you for the roses there. Really appreciate it.
Thank you.
Also, if you'd like to support our kaupapa on TikTok, you can send us gifts like roses or diamonds and stuff like that. And on Facebook, you can send us, stars? Yeah, and that will just help us produce more content.
Oh, yeah, that's good that you use the, sorry, just reading the comments. Yeah, you can use the Pippi fritter recipe with any shellfish like mussels. Yeah, it'd be nice. It's nice as. Rice is really good for filling up tummies and adding it and even grating in carrots and vegetables into your mince, making it go further. There's heaps you can do. Pasta goes a long way. Yeah, shopping online really does help, because then it takes out the temptation, or getting extras, and you just kind of stick to you can see your budget as well as you're shopping. So yeah, that is a good way of keeping to your budget. Grow your own vegetables and fruit in your backyard. I would need help with that.
Yeah.
I would love to try. Like, my parents are really good at growing. They've got bananas and they've got everything, and then they hunt and get. My dad hunts and gathers, but I'm just not good at it.
Okay, here's a good question, hun. From
as a single
Miss
mum,
Causedy.
Prep meals, as I'm always at work.
Yeah, as a single mum, what would be a good prep meals, as I'm always at work and I'm always tired? Okay.
Yeah, that's true. If you've got a weekend day free, like, you could do some meal prep, like even make a little lasagnas, macaroni and cheese, or meatloaf, and they freeze really well too. And you could do them in little portions, so the kids just get them out themselves. That's what we did as our boys got older. We made meals, and then they just would heat them up when they got home from school or when they were hungry, and it kind of took the pressure of having to work and then get home and cook. So it did take a little bit of time, but it's worth it because it gives you extra time during the week. Yeah.
Another Winnie Martin. Buying cheaper brands. There's nothing wrong with it.
Nothing wrong with it. You know what we used to do? Like, for a treat, the kids would want Cocoa Pops or something. I'd buy like the cheap brand, and I'd just put it into a plastic container and just tell them it was Cocoa Pops, because there was like a big price difference, like $5 or something, and they couldn't even tell the difference most of the time. Well, as they got older, they may have, but then I stopped buying it anyway.
Thank you, Gina Parker. I saw another one here. Build a community collective of people who can grow and swap food.
That's such a good idea.
Yeah, that would be a good idea from suburb to suburb, right?
Well, even on the community pages, I guess people could start saying, "Oh, we've got this," and then they could do it that way, because there's so many community pages now, That would be a really good idea.
Yeah, what I've got to do is go through all these comments later on and get them all together and see which ones are similar, and do another live of what everyone out there, every one of you have come up with, and maybe we can start working on that.
And even as a parent, like a solo parent, as your kids get a bit older, you could get them to cook. Like, we got our boys into enjoying cooking quite young, and now they're 13 and 14. I think for the last maybe 4 years, they can cook bacon and eggs. They cook mince. They will cook spaghetti bolognese. They do everything. They'll do the rice in the rice cooker. They do the air fryer. So it's really good to get your kids to help out. Like, if you're busy, that's part of them contributing to the household too, is helping out with cooking, and they love it.
Yeah, I saw another one. Thank you, Gina. Thank you very much. I saw another one. Okay, some people are mentioning reduce to clear, or why not. Look, maybe sometime we could get back on here with a live and just invite people on and say, yes, the best deals are here at this time, or at this place over here. And then everyone can just note it down. And we have some good places to go shopping.
I used to do that, like maybe 8 years ago, doing all the deals and specials and where to get stuff and that.
Yeah, but it was always us. But now we've got a community that can post it up and let everyone know,
that's
right?
True.
And if we do it in mass and cover a number of regions and suburbs and areas, that'll be a really good directory for everyone.
Yeah, because we went to Costco's, and I know that it's kind of for bulk shopping, and you can get carried away and you can buy stuff that you don't need. But I think we went there one time, and there was is it subsidy or
rebate?
Oh, rebate on mints, and we got this huge pack of mints, and we just packed it down. I think you got 10 packs, And it was so good. I mean, if you can resist the temptation to buy other stuff, you could go there and I think it was like, was it 40? The mince was $40, but we got it for 20 something, and it was like 4 kgs or something. Oh, it might have been more, but it was really good. You can get caught up in.
Yeah, Costco is not everyone's cup of tea, but you can end up spending hundreds and hundreds of dollars there. But when they run the rebate, which is a special, man, you get the deals.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. If you want to scroll through that one, hun, we'll find some more tips. Yep, another one by Valencia. You definitely got to get into bartering. That's a good idea. Make your own bread or pizza dough. Yep. Definitely.
Like in my book, I've got a pantry filler list. So it's like, because, there's some families that actually can't spend anything on shopping. And we were there. We've been there. And so it's like, if you have self-raising flour, make your own bread. It's just real basic stuff. Make pikelets, there's nothing wrong with it. If your kid can't give your kids anything, make pikelets and all that kind of stuff, like canned corn fritters, you just got to get really creative. And that's where, definitely collecting kai moana. If you live close, like we went up to 90 Mile Beach over the Christmas holidays, and there's so much free food. Like the pippies were just there. Like we were saying, oh man, if we had nothing, we'd just sleep in our car and feed our kids pippies 100 ways, or fish or something. But it's not really a reality for everyone because getting up there. But if you live close to the sea, there's heaps of kai.
If I could go fishing to get kai moana all the time, I would, and that's what we would live on. And I'll grow my own veggies. Definitely, man. Good point. Okay.
Yeah, Costco's is a rip-off. I agree, but there is some good things, like after paying all my bills, I'm usually on a budget. What would be the best recipes to prep?
What would be the best recipes to prep when, like, you've got no...
Well, if you're on a budget, like, you can get you can get sausages for quite cheap, and you could make, like, deviled sausages, or sausages with, like, pasta sauce, pasta bake, sausages and rice, and then, or chicken. You just got to be, like, even when I make meatloaf, it lasts a long time, and the kids love it. You could have it, with rice, with mash, with pasta, in a burger bun. Like, it's just being really creative, and
Valencia, sorry, hon. There's still some copies on Trade Me. You'll be able to find the copies of this book on Trade Me. Everything's relevant except for the prices.
You know what I was going to say? I was like, oh yeah, eggs are cheap, scrambled eggs on toast, but eggs are actually quite expensive now. I noticed, like, our boys really love eggs, but I was like, oh my gosh, the price of eggs, I can't believe it. So we're just lucky we can get it from some eggs from my parents.
Yeah, I said to Jazz yesterday, I go, how do you keep chickens? Like, what do you do with them? He goes, you just put up some chicken wire. And I was like, okay, so I'm considering it.
As long as, in the city it's hard, as long as you keep them safe from cats and dogs and stuff, but it would be worth it. What
anyone want to jump onto either our TikTok live or Facebook live
recipe the best,
and share their tips?
What dough?
Just holler out if you want
there's
to.
a really easy dough recipe that you can make with just self-raising flour and Greek yogurt. And if you want to make, like, date scones, you can add a bit of sugar and dates, or North cheese scones, or have it as pizza base, and garlic bread. There's heaps of things you can do. Little scrolls. Like, we used to make little scrolls because we wouldn't have much, but we'd have flour. So we were able to make, like, tomato sauce and cheese. Even cheese is there, though. But I know it must be so tough out there for families on really low budgets, because we know we were there. Well, we kind of, like, still very frugal, and we work really hard to be able to provide for our kids. Like, we don't have a lot of extra things. We just work hard and But yeah, it's so expensive.
That's why when we
potatoes are $17. Yeah. It has. They used to be $10. Yeah, I remember that.
So yeah, for you guys that are watching, potatoes are $17 for a 10-kilo bag. It used to be $8 to $10. Man, that's insane. That's up the
There's
gates.
so much you can do with potatoes too. You know, like mash,
roasted,
baked,
fries.
Because we used to like bake potatoes and just put baked beans in for the boys and stuff like that, And yeah, make your own pastry, short pastry. So it's just plain flour, and eggs and butter, and then just a bit of water. And you can make heaps of things with that too, like pie, your own pie.
Yeah. So does anyone want to come on and share their tip? Let's go here.
Oh yeah, I've heard about a Thermomax. I haven't actually used one. My cousin in Australia uses it. We just use our air fryer. Our boys do everything in the air fryer now, Yeah.
Oh, we bought that from Costco because it was a good deal, right?
Yeah, it was a really big one for... I'm not too sure how much it was actually.
It was under $100, but it was a big one.
That was more than $100, I think.
Okay, so if you just joined us, folks, we're going over ideas and tips to feed your family these days, because we're comparing prices from our 2014 cookbook of how much things cost then compared to now, and going through the comments and everything.
Inflation is huge, The prices are just...
Soul, how do you jump on? Should be a... Hang on.
I think you can still get pasta for 99 cents, or can't you get it for 99 cents now?
You can get a...
the budget brand?
Yeah, they're still around that price. The budget brand, the white with the blue brand font.
And even you can make fried rice with your leftovers. You know, if you have leftover... who has leftovers though, let's be honest,
And if we do have leftovers, they're gone for breakfast, which is a good thing because it like goes a bit further.
But even buying like a rotisserie chicken, you can make good stuff out of a rotisserie chicken.
Yeah, but even rotisserie chickens are dear these days.
Gee, it's terrible,
Yeah.
We've got to do something about that.
There's got to be a food revolution, right? There's got to be a food revolution.
Brand. Oh, someone's requested to come on, babe. Do you know how to do that?
I've requested Eho, okay. Okay, that's not how you do it. You have to excuse us. We're saying jump on, but this is only our third live and I'm still learning.
Why does it
Hang on, I've got to find your request. Where?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, if you know our feed of our Facebook page, there's heaps of recipes on there. We used to do recipes every day for like over a few years.
So we started Feed a Family Jazz started Feed a Family in 2013. We're almost 10 years old. Do you also want to give them a bit of a history, hun?
Yeah, started How to Feed a Family of 6 for under $20. Because we just saw heaps of children and drinking fizzies and eating hot chips and pies down at the local shop in Manurewa. So I thought, oh man, how can I get share something for their parents or their mums to cook on a budget? I think I did a lamb curry, It was neck chops. You know, neck chops are so yum, and they were so cheap back then, but they're not now. So that was the first recipe.
And they were frozen too, right?
They were frozen. I think it was $10 or something. And we did that, and then we, just snowballed from there, and I think we got up to like 85,000 followers.
Yeah, we're currently on our Facebook page. We've got about just under 80,000 followers. We're building up our TikTok audience because what we want to do over the next 3 years is build up that audience, build up some expertise over our community, where we can all help each other. Long-term vision is Jazz always wanted to start a store, a Feed a Family store, where things were either free or at an awesome price for a box of food to last you a week.
Yeah, because I think years ago I wanted to do a food box hamper thing that.
Yeah, that was 2014. We put up a post for a food box, like what's it called, fresh
food bag
and stuff. So in 2014, we put a post up wanting to do that.
I think it was good.
And hello.
You have all the ideas, but you don't have the money to do it. But yeah, my dream is to get a supermarket where families can just come in, and if they don't have money, they can still get food or just koha. So that's the vision, and that's what we're working towards. It's been a dream of mine for a long time. Not just that, have stuff that's expired, but good stuff that if a family needs something, they need to feed their babies, that they can. And then there's other families that if they've got money, they can pay, and it all just helps. So that's the vision and that's the dream, because it's getting hard in New Zealand, and we've got to look after each other. So that's always been a passion, like from doing How to Feed a Family of 6 for under $20 to feeding the homeless in Manurewa for a year. We were feeding up to 300 families.
I think for it peaked at about, the head count was 460 individuals. Because the first week it was 50 people, the second week 100 people, third week I remember 260 people. Then the fourth week there was just lines and lines of people, to be honest.
Yeah, and we were doing that just from a few donations, and then Vance had been working in Australia, so he was like funding that, and I was giving away our shopping as well. But it was just a real passion for me, and we were doing that. We did that for a while, We got a food trailer because we wanted to start a food trailer as a business, but we got sidetracked by the need in Manurewa where we were living at the time, and we just started feeding families in need. And then we got donations for shoes and sheets and towels, so we were giving those away in winter. And
then from the donations we'd get from our page, we were able to buy pyjamas for kids, lots of things, pyjamas. We put on a big Christmas. It was all funded from our Facebook page.
Christmas was amazing. We did a free Christmas for families who didn't have food or anywhere to go for Christmas. And we got donated over 500 presents for children of all ages. That was a buzz, man. That was really amazing.
Yeah. All from our Facebook community. So if we can harness that unity again on our online communities, and we can, it is true, we can all help each other. It's the power of social media. It's just not about influencers and this and that online. You can use social media as a powerful tool to help everyone. It's true.
Yeah,
it's true.
Well, imagine if we all gave $1 to something. If we had like 80,000 followers and you all gave $1, that's 80,000 that you could do your supermarket straight away. I'm not saying to give to us, but I'm just saying if we all got together as a community, how easy it would be to just help, But yeah, we're working towards that. What did we do? We over COVID, the first COVID lockdown, what did we do? We took shopping and that to families in need all around.
During COVID.
That was a tough one, eh? Some of the stuff we've done has been quite tough, but we love people and we want to help. We had a break because I got breast cancer in 2019, And,
that's why our Facebook page went a bit quiet for the last 3 years. Yeah. Jazz was just dealing with her breast cancer stuff and still dealing with the after effects of breast cancer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Breast cancer sucks, but...
Yeah.
But yeah, we're back. I'm still here, I'm alive, and we're back. So.
Yeah. If I haven't said thank you to all the people who have given gifts, thank you very much. Seemed to be a malfunction on the Facebook, but if you gave gifts on Facebook, thank you very much. We really appreciate them. Gifts on TikTok and Facebook will go towards mainly buying food so we can create content and recipes for you guys to follow.
Or just recipes that you might want to learn how to make on a budget. Like you might say, I've got this much. Can you show me how to make this? Because I'm really good at doing that, to be honest.
Like once we get the ball rolling, we're just, as you may have seen, an increase in posts over the Christmas break.
Nice to see you too.
We're just ramping up our socials again, and we're streamlining into that helps post where we're transitioning into it. I've just been making a lot of content to let people know we're here, and we're coming back.
Yeah. Thanks for watching.
Thanks for watching. Well, guys, on a final note, before we say goodbye, I'm going to take all your comments on both platforms. Collate them into a list, and then we'll do another live and go over it, and we'll see where we go from there. Because there's got to be an answer. We know that social services, food banks are all strung out, and if we can...
Oh, that's nice. We've missed you guys too.
If we can just come together and help each other. We've done it before, where our online communities have come together in support of the cause and helped us help people. We can do it again, and we're going to do it again. I just want to apologize also for my technical know-how on here, and not being able to invite you on as fast as the platforms allow you to. But we'll be back. I'll announce it. Hey man, thank you for being with us tonight. I was really nervous because it's a bit different from, Moko, cook this, or you put that in. We're talking directly to you. I'm a bit nervous, but it's just about getting back on the bike again.
Yeah. But we appreciate you guys. Thank you for watching, and we'll talk to you guys soon. It was really nice to, well, not see you all, but, be back in here with you guys. Okay,
and watch out for the post with all your guys' ideas.
You'll crack up. You're cutting me off. Okay. Okay, guys, anyway, before I slap him, we're ready to go.
She's never laid a finger on me. Okay, guys, thank you. We'll see you later.